What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing? We are back with another video, and in today's video we're going to be looking at 6 blockbuster deals that will shape the NBA season. Now obviously Ben Simmons is the main talk around town. He's the first picture here, and Crispy Flakes gave me an idea to make this video. He made a video about I think it was more than 6. It was like 20 or 15 trades. I just wanted to do it a little quicker. Well, these are deals that will shape the NBA, so of course we're gonna have to look at those. And obviously to start off, we got Ben Simmons, and Ben Simmons could be traded today, next week. I don't think he's gonna get traded this season. I feel like maybe in the off season. But for Ben Simmons, I think most people say the Blazers, Kings. Those are great teams because they already have shooters there, which is good. 3 more teams I would like to add is the Jazz, Hawks, and Pacers. Now the Hawks and Jazz may be kind of outlandish, but just to see him on a team where just a bunch of shooters are there, and obviously they have Rigo Bear in the paint, but that team has so many shooters. Those 3 teams have like good enough shooters to where you can have a few shot blocker or 2 in the paint. And I feel like, yeah, any team with a bunch of shooters is good for Ben Simmons. Teams like the Knicks and whatnot, maybe not. Let's see. Next we have Buddy Hield, and they're saying Buddy Hield should go to the Mavericks to team up with Luka. Okay, never thought about that one. That's an interesting one as well, though. I do like it. Luka do need a little bit more help, and I think Buddy Hield would be that guy because he doesn't need the ball in his hand. He's just a catch and shoot type of guy, and he can create his own shots and moments. So I think having that for Luka to get that weight lifted off his shoulders it will be a good thing, because Luka does need help. Porzingis is doing good though this season. He's doing pretty well. But yeah, Luka needs a little bit more help. Other teams I think Buddy Hield should go to, maybe the Sixers, but I don't really know. Like, I feel like you could just plug Buddy Hield anywhere and he's gonna do pretty well. Next we got Colin Sexton to New Orleans Pelicans. Jeez. Alright, obviously the Pelicans aren't doing good, but Kyle Sexton to the Pelicans, that would obviously give them more help, and that would give them a better point guard than Devontae Graham. I mean, even though he's not bad, but Kyle Sexton is more solid to me. And would this give the Pelicans a boost in their season? Maybe not, because I feel like they'll need to develop a lot. Of course, figure out team chemistry. Other teams I think you can go to is probably the Clippers. The Clippers need a point guard. I don't know what they can trade for that. The Wizards is another one. I feel like they could have him start, or and then when he come out the bench as a 6th man, I think that would be cool. And I also think the Knicks, even though the Knicks have Emmanuel Quickly, Derrick Rose, and Kemba, but obviously one of them will have to be involved into the trade. But I do think that would be also a good step for Colin Sexton, because the Knicks are a young team on the rise. They're doing pretty well. I mean, they're not the best, but I feel like that fit with Julius Randle would be good. Next, we got Miles Turner. Now, Miles Turner is another player I think you could definitely just like plug him in most places. It's gonna work. This one they're saying Miles Turner to the Clippers. Let's see what they're saying. They're one impact player. I guess they are. Yeah, a lot of people say they need a guard though. So I mean, like I said, Miles Turner, you can plug him anywhere as a good stretch player. He can block. He's a great shot blocker. But the Clippers, they could use that help, but I feel like they need they need a guard more. I feel like their bigs are pretty solid. I mean, they have Ibaka, Zubac. I mean, they're not the best, but they're good enough to where you don't need someone like Miles Turner if you want that impact. I think you also go to the Timberwolves. Most people are saying that. I think the Blazers would be good, like a Nurkic trade. Put a little more defense, get Dame that help defensively. And like I said, plug and play. I mean, like, put him anywhere, he's gonna do good. It's Miles Turner. He's just a great shot blocker. He can stretch the floor. Golden State is a wild fucking thing, but I'm gonna say it. I'm get us more help as we can. I'll take it. I mean, but yeah, forget the worst one. That just me fantasizing. Next, Ben Simmons for CJ, or CJ for Ben Simmons. This one I think is good because Ben Simmons will have someone like Dame on the floor, someone that's a profound shooter, and I think they can move Ben Simmons to the small forward, power forward position and have him kind of like a Jokic in a sense, a Jokic that can't shoot, where he's like basically playmaking in the post. And for the Sixers, I think this will be their new guard. I feel like they run CJ at the point guard, keep Seth at the 2 or whatever, and I think that's good for Ben Simmons because that's not clogging up the paint for Ben Simmons. And CJ's a great shot creator as well. He can create his own shots, and his mid-range is killer, obviously. The other team I think he should go on is the Mavericks. Like I feel like they said before, Luka needs help, and I feel like adding another guard, 20-point per game guard, would be great for Luka because that's another ball handler. Jalen Brunson is good. He's doing well as a guard playmaker for Luka, or for the Mavs. But I definitely think CJ would do well on the Mavericks. Next we have Pascal to the Golden State. Oh, well, I guess I fulfilled my Golden State fantasy to add more players to the team. I mean, yeah, but would this be the ideal trade for? I mean, the Warriors don't really need a big. I mean, they never really did. What are they saying? They're saying Siakam should be an ideal fit for Golden State. He wouldn't have to be the star, obviously. Yeah, he's more like a number 2 guy, number 3 guy. He's not the number 1 option. Let's see that he's been asked to do with the Raptors. He is able to play off Steph Curry and will essentially be in their prime replacement for Draymond. Okay, so they're saying move on from Wiseman to get Siakam. I mean that's think about it. Yeah, they couldn't, because they could go back to the small ball lineup, the depth lineup. They can still they could go back to the depth lineup, a smaller lineup with Pascal there to help stretch the floor more. But I don't think I don't think the Golden State Warriors need Siakam. Could be just cause like it is a third option. But now we got people like Jordan Poole. I mean, we got a lot of scorers really. That's what I'm saying. Alright, the Golden State Warriors have a lot of scorers, so to that I feel like maybe Pascal should go to like the Wizards, the Nets maybe. That sounds crazy, but the Nets, I feel like Pascal would do good on the Nets. They'd probably have to give up like Blake Griffin, Aldridge. Yeah, I mean that sounds like they're playing them, but like of course more future picks and whatever, more players to add to that trade. But Pascal on the Nets would be fine. I feel like he'll be the third option there. Maybe trade Kyrie, I don't know, and get more out of Pascal. Maybe Pascal, Fred VanVleet or something, I don't know. Another team is the Spurs. I think him on the Spurs with DeJounte Murray would be great. He could fit in that Spurs system because, one, you won't have to be the number 1 option. You're being coached under Greg Popovich, one of the best defensive coaches, so he can get better at defense. He's already good offensively, pretty well offensively. Yeah, I just think those teams would be good for him. Lastly, we have Bradley Beal to the Boston Celtics. Okay. I don't know. What are we saying? Trade while maintaining Jason Tatum. Okay, if we're trying to keep Tatum and Jaylen Brown, where would he fit in this? Like, I feel like the Celtics wouldn't need this. I feel like the Celtics need just chemistry, better chemistry, and just more ball movement, or just defenders, more defenders. Miles Turner, maybe. I don't think they need Bradley Beal, but I do think Bradley Beal could go to like the Nuggets. I like the Sixers, of course. Ben Simmons, Beal. But for the Nuggets, since they are out of there, they don't have Jamal Murray. Michael Porter's injured. PJ Dozier is injured. They're having a rough season with injuries. But I don't know how they pull this trade off, but if they can acquire Bradley Beal to help out Jokic in the game, I think that would be perfect for this season. Just how unlucky the Nuggets are. I feel like this will be their saving grace for this season. And that's the last one. That's all I gotta say. Those are my opinions. I hope you enjoyed my opinions, and I hope my stuttering didn't bother you too much. And I hope you guys have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.